Hey YouTube, today I'm going to show you basic tutorial on how to use SoundForge 10. SoundForge 10 is a great software to make music, to make remixes of different tracks. I don't know if it's the best to make dubstep. I know that Rusko, if you've ever heard of him, he makes dubstep and acid, but I don't know about SoundForge, but yeah. And just a heads up, if you're really good with SoundForge, this tutorial isn't for you. This is basically just for any newcomers to SoundForge, and if they would like to know how to get just the basics of it. So yeah, here's SoundForge, what it looks like when you actually no, this is not what it looks like when you first get into it. What you're gonna have is just a big blank gray space. And if you don't, actually, yeah, you will, if this is your first time using it. So, the first thing that we need to do before we start importing tracks is that we need to get our basic layout set up. The first thing that we need to do is add some things. The first thing is the Explorer, which you'll get like this. Yeah, like this. This will pop up like this, but you just drag it up here to the top. And I usually put mine up a little higher up. Now the second thing is File Properties under the View tab. Just scroll that back over there. Now the next thing is the Undo Redo History, and keep that over here. Alright, so that's basically everything you need for the basics. We won't really be using these two, but that's what I usually have in there. And if you stick with it and start using this SoundForge a lot, then this is the things that you will be using mostly. Now what we need to do is click File, New, and in this window will pop up. Now these two, keep them the same. You probably don't know what they are. I personally don't have a really great idea on what they are either, but I do know that they are pretty much the same on every song that you will make. Yeah, 18-bit and 44 by 100. And this thing, I know what it is. These channels are little sections where you can edit sound. 2 is what most songs have, like most pop and rap, hip hop, rock songs have nowadays. Just because if you're listening with headphones and stuff, you'll have sound coming out of both sides. That's basically what it is. And for this tutorial, I'm going to choose 8. But you can choose 2. It doesn't matter. But I'm going to choose 8. Now, once you're done customizing this, click OK. Now, since this pops up in a window, we need to move this around, trying to, click that, maximize. Yeah, so this is basically what you should have once you're done adding all the little things in there. Now all we need to do is import a track. If you do have music on your computer, which you probably will, if you like music, just find one in the Explorer and drag it in here. We're not going to be changing the music itself, but we're just going to be using it as an example. I'm just going to drag in a deadmau5 song and drag it into the first and second track channel. Now we can get a name to it, or preset, and in these two things here, this is basically like the beginning and this is the end. You can put this down here, and then at the beginning of the song, there will be no audio, and it'll rise up as it goes through the middle. But I'm just going to keep, and this is basically the same thing at the end. So keep these both down if you want like fade in and out effect. I don't really know if that's what it does. So yeah, everything else is a lot more advanced. which we don't need at the moment. So just click OK, and then it'll import. If you're using like a real track that you would really use if you're making a song or remix, it'll take a lot shorter because most tracks are not as long. So now what we need to do is just basic editing. I'm going to show you some effects, but I'm not going to use them because I don't want to do anything that just weird. So what we need to do, actually I might use effects. What we need to do up here is in this main tab, we need to click this tool with the little hand and the blue stuff. This is the event tool, which gives us control over all of our sound. So now we need to click, just if you want to, you can go to effects, next to processes and tools. You can pick an effect in here like dynamics, pitch, vibrato, and all that good stuff. I don't know what half this stuff is, but yeah, it comes in handy when you need it. Next thing is splitting. Splitting is probably the most important part. It is for me, especially if I'm making a video and I say something I shouldn't. I need to edit the sound somehow. Usually I use SoundForge or Acid to do that. Probably, yeah, SoundForge is what I usually use. So basically what you have to do is, in your mouse, don't do this, yeah, just click anywhere where you want to split, and hit S on your keyboard. And you can drag this down to the next track. Click that same thing, and you can do this as many times as you want. But like I'm just doing this randomly. So if I play this back, it'll probably just be a bunch of gibberish. I guess it would be funny to do that with a song with words. I mean, Dead 5 has words in it, but I mean, you know what I mean, like regular songs. So yeah, that's basically it for this basic tutorial. And if it's a little bit too basic, just wait, and then I'll have a more advanced tutorial coming up next. So this is basically like an official start of my Sony product series, which I'm going to make a series of a bunch of technical series using these various Sony softwares, showing you a tutorial on how to use them basically, and more advanced once I get better at them. So yeah guys, thanks for watching, bye.